Alright. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm in such late. Everything went by a little bit too quickly. Not these tires. Nope. Okay, that is way too strong for feedback. I'm afraid there is going to be quite a bit of restarting and such, because this is our first steps into this mod. So I need the chassis, I need the Radbul chassis. So we're doing a few things at the moment, and I'm not sharing my screen, sorry about that. But first up, we have a new suspension setup on let's try 5 strength to begin with, and restart the game. A new suspension setup for the Radbul, and that allows us to have caster, which allows us to have proper force feedback. But of course, the force feedback was originally tuned for the terrible suspension that it had with no caster whatsoever. So just restarting the game now. Hopefully OBS sees it. There it is. Hey Yanis. I will be checking up on the chat periodically, but you will have to forgive me if I'm a touch slow. Right, let's give this another go. So, a bit of background. We have the non-comp drift mod, and now we have ProComp. You reset my view and my setup. Okay, but everything else is fine. Okay, 0.5 force feedback strength is still too high. So, for you guys, what you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see a little graph that moves around. That's the force feedback strength. As you can see, we're going up to the max way too often. But we'll live with it for a little bit and just see how the car handles. Suspension-wise, it's feeling pretty good. It's difficult to see how pointy it is because of the force feedback. So I'm putting the amount of force that I think is in. Well, that's actually... you might need more camber. Yeah, I think it needs more camber. Just a little bit. Okay, let's have another restart, and we'll lower the suspension, the force feedback some more. So we were at 0.8, now we're at 0.5, now we're going to 0.3. 0.3 be enough? We'll see. Go incremental. Start the game again. So, now even lower force feedback, we're going to add some more camber on the setup. We're using the default setups, I think, at the moment. And default setup was on, I think, a 245 front tyre and a 295 rear. Now we're on a 255 front and a 275 rear. There is a reason for that. It's just project cards being a bit silly. Right, let's have another go. Once again, guys, I do apologise for all of the restarting and such. Once we actually get all the groundwork sorted, there'll be a lot less. So we're still quite high on the force feedback. It's very sharp. 1 second gear. Got twin turbo, go for it. Do let me know, guys, if I'm a bit quiet. Let me know if the audio's okay. I have tweaked the volumes a little bit, so it might not be ideal. Oh, third gear, there we go. Okay. One more restart. One more restart. I'm absolutely not going to be one more restart. 0.3 down to 0.1. Let's see how that does. In theory, this should be limp as hell. Right. Let's just have a set up my stuff to see what else is going on. Oh boy, too many OBS tabs. Spec, that's the one. Alright, this is what Project Cars modding looks like. So we got, over on the right here, I don't know if you can see my cursor. No, you can't. So over on the right here we have our hex file. This is the chassis of a MX-5. And over here we have our translation document. So you get what you want, so steering FFV mod. And then this is the hex key for it. So you take the hex key, and then you search in the hex file for the hex key, and then the value next to it is your value. And that is how that works. Right, let's get back in the game and give it another go. So we were on 0.8 originally, that was with no caster at all. Now we're on some caster? I've forgotten how much, maybe 5 or 6 degrees, a fair amount. Let's have a look actually. Oh, and drifting setup. Oh, I am on a custom setup already, in which case we won't bother about with that. We'll just add some more car camber. Take out a bit of caster and we'll see how that goes. Come on, mouse. Right, save. Okay, now we've got decent force feedback. We're still maxing out, but it's not ridiculously sharp anymore. Hang on a sec, I'm just going to sort out my chair. There we go, slide about a bit. Right, this will do.
Okay, now,
until I do some further tuning offline. So, got an extra degree of camber on the front as well. It's feeling pretty good. Pretty good. We have maxed out the boost as well, so making 1300 brake horsepower, which certainly helps. So it's still not pointing very well when I do the... when I pull in on the steering and it wants to understeer. Whoops daisy. That was nowhere near enough brakes for that. So I think it's going to... got a 255 on the front section tyre, and a 275 rear. So tyre size is not an issue. In fact, it's better than it used to be. Oh, I'm in 4th gear, that's why it's having issues.
You may have been leaning on the tyres a little bit too hard. They're just starting to overheat, so try and cool them down for a few laps and then get back on it.
Yeah, cheers, Ben. So, I mean, in general, drifting though, it's fine. It's just a bit inconsistent. We'll have a look at our spring weights in a minute. Let's see what we got. Actually, considering how inconsistent it is, I think it might be a damper issue. We'll have to just wait and see. Yeah, it's feeling pretty good now actually, now that the tyres are warmed up. So we might try stiffening up the rear, fast damper settings, and softening up the fronts. If they're not like that already. Right, we'll chuck it into the first corner. Get it into that state on purpose to see if it understeers again. Right, here we go. Right, there's our angle. No, it went all the way around. And again. Yeah, okay, now it's pointing properly. So I think it's just tyre heat. Let's bring it around now. If I can put it in. Yeah, it's pointing now. Okay. We'll keep going on to the next straight, and then I'll have a look at the settings. We won't need to restart for that. Yeah, it's pointing quite nicely now. Okay. Mouse. Okay, so what have we got for dampers? Yeah, that is a bit rough. Especially rebound. So if it was... So what's happening there is if it's going to... Hey, Bumble. Good to see you again, buddy. So, when it was hitting a bump that then lifted the front end, that front end just wasn't returning. And that was why we were getting that understeer. So let's do a bit of that. Let's stiffen up the rear just a little bit. That's probably not going to make much difference at all. But that's fine. Let's decrease caster a little bit more, just while we still haven't really got that force feedback dialed in. Oh, these spring rates are interesting. Okay, let's not be as ridiculous as that. And let's soften up the front end just a little, the rear end just a little bit. I can't soften up any more than that. That's okay. I'll have to do for the moments. Steering ratio felt fine. I mean, until we get the actual chassis balance dialed in, there's not much we can do about that. But on a spool, nothing else is activated. Wouldn't matter anyway. Tire pressure is fine. Weight bias fine. Downforce. I'm gonna guess that doesn't actually do anything right now. Okay, let's have a go with that. Okay, let's see what we got. So even on cold tyres now, it's pointing... Oh yeah, it's pointing much better now that it's not worrying itself. Yeah, I think it was a damper issue because I'm just not having that issue anymore. When I want to pull it in now, it will just go in when I want to. Okay. Happy days. Right, let's chuck it. More brake than I used before. Bring it through. Yeah, it's still a little bit off. That's fine. Okay, feels pretty good. I think we might be alright to move on to the next car already. Because this is just... It's fine now, really. We'll see how well we do on decreasing radius. We'll just use the brakes. Yeah, it's pretty well balanced. Alright, bring it out to the rumble strip. There it is. Yeah, it's all good. Power, of course, is fine. I haven't actually touched the power plant at all. I don't really intend to. I might have a little tweak with the turbocharger physics, but to be honest, it doesn't really need much. Okay, we'll bring it through down to the straight. We'll have a look at the replay just for kicks, and then we'll move on. Right, piece of cake. Let's have a look at the replay. So the biggest issue with the Radbul originally, I mean, there's a large issue with Project Cars 2 in general in inertia and how it does that, but it's an easy fix if you know how. So I've already done that on all of these. But the biggest problem with the Radbul was the suspension. Not just its design or geometry, but the fact it couldn't have any caster. So because it couldn't have any caster and the tyres weren't designed to give off trailing forces, i.e. force feedback for us, properly, because they'd been designed on cars that did have caster, it didn't work. And so the force feedback was terrible. You never got any response out of the thing. And yeah, it was just terrible. So now we've created a new version of the Radbul here, just a duplicate. New suspension, new chassis. Maybe new turbo in future, but the current one's pretty good. As you can see, it goes. It's great. Shame the sound's not very good, but there's unfortunately not much I can do about that, really. Something I'm going to have to do is actually run it on the Formula Drift courses, just to make sure there's nothing weird going on there. But for now, I'm pretty happy with that. So, next car. I think we'll alternate, because we've got 2 GT86s to do. We'll do one GT86 right now, and then we'll do the Mustang. And then we'll do the other one. So, let's do the Chicane. And let's do it at Long Beach, because we're going to have to go there anyway at some point. So, the Yoshihara car is an LSX engine, so V8, turbocharged. I can't remember if it's twin turbocharged. I made this actually a really long time ago on Project Cars 1, and I don't think I ever released it publicly. Long tyres. Right, so if I put you on automatic, I assume you put yourself on the Trofeo. Yes, you do. Okay. So that needs doing as well. That's fine. Okay. We'll see how the damper stuff works. That is an interesting differential setup, but we shall see. We have a V8, so we'll see. We might need more preload. Right, hit shift, all good. 4-speed, right. Oh, what is this? Something is not right with the force feedback. The wheel is stuck left. The wheel is stuck right. The wheel is stuck. Oh dear. Something's not. You can see the graph just going weird. Do I have a large amount of camber? No, I do not. Interesting. Right. Okay, so when drifting it feels fine. Standing still. Can't tell when it's standing still. Whoops. Going slow. Yeah, there's notch. So notch, 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 notch. There it is. But then when actually going, it seems fine? Interesting. So, let's have a look. Let's see what we got. 6 degrees of caster, that's really not that unusual. Ride height's quite low. I wonder if we're bottoming out. Let's try just raising it by a lot. And we'll see what happens. And we'll raise it on rear as well. That's maxed out on rear now. Okay. Okay. Still something going on. As you can see on the force feedback graph, it's doing strange things. When I pull left ever so slightly, or left ever so slightly, it's... Yeah, it's still getting stuck. So, oh. Yeah, something's not right there. Right. So it's not right height. So I'll take that back down. Just a little bit. Oh, camber 5 degrees. Let's lower that. And just see if that is what's causing it. Notch, 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 notch. No, it is weird. Okay, so let's go straight through then to the Kangushi car. And we'll see if that has the same issue. It will probably have the same issue, but we need to make sure. So, our issue is we have a notch in our suspension geometry. Both sides. Oh, it could be Ackerman. Is our toe doing something weird? Toe, where's the toe? Aha. 1.4 degrees. If the Yoshihara car is like that, then that might go some way to explaining it. Okay, definitely no notch there. Okay. Right, that had 1.4 degrees of toe. That is atrocious, and it would absolutely explain what was wrong with the Yoshihara car if that is on there as well. So now let's go to the Yoshihara car, have a look at the toe. I have a feeling I'm going to be disappointed right now. It's not going to have the toe that I think it is. But if it does have a crazy toe angle on the front end, then that would explain our issue. Right, set up, suspension, 2 degrees of toe. Aha! There we go. Right, let's whack the camber back up to where it was. I think it was at 5. Is that max? No. We'll leave the ride height high as it is. All that. Okay. Right, find the notch. No, no notch! Okay, it was the toe settings. Alright, now that we've fixed that, let's get going. Turbo's doing something a little bit weird. It's being a bit spiky. Could also be driveline. Whatever it is, it's not too bad, but that spiking you're hearing in the rev range is not me. That was. Okay, that was pretty good. I'm remembering now why I wasn't using that for the testing of the other cars. It's because it's such a short section. You can't really tell what's going on. No, I'll be back in a moment. Just a sec, guys. Right, back sooner than I expected. Sorry about that. Right, something with a little bit of everything. I believe this has a wiggly bit. So, wiggly bit, big bit, cool. I'm not really familiar with, excuse me, this track. But, should be good enough. So like I say, it's the Yoshihara car, LSX, turbo, spiky turbo. But fine for the moment. I will take a look at it later. Yeah, there's an equilibrium it's reaching. So, suspension's feeling pretty good. Running out of gears. There we go. It needs a bit of pulling in, a surprising amount. That might have been why I put that toe on. Yeah, because I'm now neutral steering like that. It's not pointy. I wonder if left foot braking will do it. Right, left foot braking, a little bit faster. Okay. So we got a little bit too much understeer, really. Let's... So camber's fine, camber's high, caster... I mean, our force feedback's high already. Oh, excuse me. So we'll keep that where it is. Let's give ourselves a little bit more front end grip when rolling. Right. Now those front tyres will be able to dig in just a little bit more. That seems like it might be better. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's faster when you do left foot braking as well. But just on its own, it is responding at a rate that's decent enough now. I wonder, what are you doing in the front end when I do that? Yeah, it looks fine. Zoom in. Come on. Yeah, it still looks like we got full contacts. It's fine. This is rolled over to hell. That's fine. That's squished, as you expect. Okay. Nope. This one. Yeah. Bottomed out, topped out. Looks fine. I'll do. Right, here we go. Up to daisy. So this is the shortened variant of this circuit. It's got a little chicane section coming up after this straight. It's a little straight. Let's see how we go. Terrible entrance, way too quick. Terrible exit, way too slow. Oh, engine's overheating already. Okay, what we got? 300, yeah, it's overheating, but it's not causing damage yet. So we'll keep going. So the message for that is coming in way before we start getting any damage. Oh, and it cools down really quick. I just leave you be. Yeah, that cools down very quickly. Interesting. I'm not getting that corner right at all, but because we're testing, it's not a slightly increased power output from the default one that you get with the game. The reason for that being I'm using a slightly updated spec where they're using nitrous as well. Let's see if I can come in slow enough for this. Still a bit too quick, it's fine. Right, now I need to extend. There we go. So even though it's got a little bit more power, it doesn't quite have the legs. I think it will struggle a bit with this, so we'll see how it handles that. So So what are you doing for temperature now? 352, and we're starting to get engine damage. Yeah, that's fine. Right, one more lap. We'll have a look at the replay, and then we'll move on to the Mustang. Right, how hard can I flick this? Oh, not that hard apparently. What happened there? So kick in the clutch in fourth. That did something weird. Right, see if I can get this right. Down to third, decelerate, shallow up, shallow up, shallow up, power. Decelerate, down to second, power. There we go. Oh, got that wrong. I came in too steep. Okay, there's the engine damage warning. We have got a lot of engine damage. Right. Clutch. Yeah, we're spinning up. I think we're getting a little bit of clutch slip, which is slightly unsurprising, but still not ideal. I think there's probably something we could do about that. How much torque are we making? Just shy of 1,000. We're peaking in the 900s. So yeah, it might be we're getting a little bit of clutch slip in the high end. Yeah, I mean, it could do everything in fourth until it blows. Right, let's have a look at the replay, even though, unfortunately, it's going to have the engine smoke coming out of it the whole time now. So the gearbox was having a little bit of trouble keeping up with the power. I'll have a look at that later. That's all engine smoke, by the way, not tyre smoke. That's why it looks atrocious. That was when it went weird. Maybe it was gearing? Maybe I just was going faster than I thought and I couldn't get the wheel speed difference up. Apart from that, it looks steady enough. It's transitioning maybe a bit quickly. But response in the drift is pretty good. So I think if when I'm trying to be smooth, it's fine. It's just when I do silly things like that. And actually, maybe that was a bit quick, but I think actually that might be alright. In the grand scheme of things. This is the Chicane. What's the replay camera for the Chicane like? Oh, that. Great. Cut that way too shallow because I didn't extend properly. Alright, and that's when the engine blew. So, that looks pretty good. For the moment, for our first pass, let's have a look at the Mustang next. The Mustang was feeling pretty good. Not that Mustang, this Mustang. Was feeling pretty good. I have been testing these already, of course, just to build them up. But most, if not all of my testing over the past couple of days have been on gamepad. It's obviously not ideal. Good job, stalled it. Right. So we are running a nitrous setup on this now. You can see the KERS bar emulating that. On the bottom. And on the power output, as you'll see in a sec. You see we're making, should be just shy of 1200. Yeah, we're peaking at somewhere above 1100 at least. So what can you do in fourth? Okay, you struggle a little bit. Shallow, no. Now originally this car, the front tyre section was, hang on, well, we'll start with the rears. The rears were a 295 or maybe a 325, I can't remember. The fronts were a 175. Because apparently that's how drifting works. It's not what the real car uses, in case it wasn't obvious.
May have been leaning on the tyres a little bit too hard. It's just starting to overheat, so try and cool them
So,
down for a few laps and then get back on it.
second's a little bit longer than I'm expecting. Third's a little bit shorter than I'm expecting. And fourth is a lot longer than I'm expecting. So third's only getting me to what, 140? No. Oh wow, 160. I was not expecting that. Right, let's see how fourth does when we get to this long section after this corner. Okay. So it doesn't sound like it's doing well, but the actual response out of it is pretty good. Okay. I'm pretty happy. Bunny came into that at the right speed. And came out of it at the right angle as well. I.e. lots. So it's quite a bit more lackadaisical in terms of its front end response. At higher speeds. But at lower speeds, looking pretty good. Right, high speed. Yeah, it's certainly responding much better than the Yoshihara car did at high speed. Despite its front end response. So, we will have to have another look at the Yoshihara car and see what is up with its high speed behaviour. Feels pretty good though. I'm happy with that. Right, we'll finish up this. Actually, we'll do one more lap. And then we'll do what we did last time. We'll have a look at the replay. Oops, daisy. Oh dear, that wasn't very good. Oh, that was that was not very good at all. Right, we'll chuck it in fourth early, and we'll see how it does. There we go. Braking is very stable compared to the others. I've overrun by miles. Not the prettiest line, but it will do. Bit of handbrake. Yeah, it wasn't really coming in through. Okay. Oh wow. It reacts to the handbrake more than I was expecting. Do this in one go? Yeah, just about. Okay. Let's have a look at the replay. So it reacts a bit more suddenly to the handbrake than I was expecting. That's fine. High speed is good. The anti-roll bars and the jacking you're seeing, so coming up on 3 wheels like that, it's a thing with the real car, but it's a problem in project cars. The reason being, our tyres retain quite a lot of grip when they're spinning up. I just went through all of those cones. So the reason that matters is because the real car can sustain that 3-wheel drifting because the rear tyres have less grip. They have less grip because they're spinning up by the engine. Ours, when we do that, we're retaining quite a lot of grip on the rear end, which means you have to really pull in the steering quite a lot, which is what's causing that lazy reaction. It is sustainable though. I think what we'll do what I say what SMS did. I don't think SMS did it on this one, but a competition and an exhibition setup. One of which has the competition. No, because then both of them. No, the exhibition would have no jacking. Then the competition would have the jacking, because the jacking causes understeer, reams speed. Cool. We'll do that. You'll have to forgive my ramblings today, people. When I'm working on these things, I have to talk it out to myself. So that is quite consistently cocking the wheel up, really, isn't it? That's doing that quite a lot, which is fine. So, that's competition. Fine. Let's leave that as is. Let's now save another one as exhibition is going to be too long, but we'll see how far we get. Exhibition. Thanks. If I just call it a hob, that sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? Oh, ProComp. No. H-O-P-P. That's just the same amount of letters. Oh, for God's sake. Right, well, we'll call it that anyway. I could call it PC. PC sounds a bit computer though. We'll work with that. We'll work with that. We'll just abbreviate it to PC. Right. Exhibition. Okay. Now we'll save another one as PC competition. And we'll delete hobnob comp because that's no longer relevant. So, exhibition. The difference between exhibition and competition is going to be hard tyres, weight balance. I can't put that here, that's unfortunate. But it is going to be that it can go for longer. So we'll stiffen up, move the roll bias slightly. Can I increase camber? No, we're already max there. If I could increase camber, would that make a difference to the competition jacking? No, because it's cast above the camber. Fine. Spring rates, fine. I can't do jacking while like that anyway. So that's just going to have to be like that. All dampers though. So what if, right, roll with me here. What if we kept the roll bias forward and tried to tune out that understeer at speed, that fast dampers, or whack them right down, and then whack those up. Slow bump. I think our bump's okay. But we'll just do it a little bit. And then we'll keep the courses on for the moment, just because we're testing. Right. Now we are testing to see if we have jacking and less understeer at speed. So I definitely feel, I don't know about definitely, I feel like I've got a bit more grip on the front end now at speed. Braking is fine, unchanged. Yeah, I've got a little bit more response, not much. So we'll do another lap after this, then we'll have a look at the replay. And we'll see what we're getting in terms of jacking. I can see that it is jacking, just like there. But I don't know how consistently. So if I pause it right now, for example. Go out to the drone. Have a look. Yeah, it's... So the reason we're getting more response is because we're having more time when the tyre is on. Obviously we're not on at the moment. But because we've got more occasions when it is on, we're getting more front end response. The more direct way of doing that would be the anti-roll bars. But that would be very direct, and we would eliminate that effect entirely, which we don't really want to do because it's a popular thing with the car that it goes on three wheels a lot. Right, see if I can get this line right. Not bad, we bogged a little bit. Not bad. Oh dear. Over rotated on the transition. That's fine. I wonder if I can get both apexes. So that's the inner. Oh yeah, fine. And that's the outer. Make the cone. Drag it out to the line. Inner apex, there it is. Power out, and there's the outer. Okay. So just go over the lines and reset the replay. There it is, and let's watch the replay. That felt pretty good. We'll just see if we're jacking. So the answer appears to be not really. We are a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Let's see what it's doing. Yeah, there's our little bit. Question is that enough? The real one can do more, the real one does do less. Especially when in competition. So I think what we've got right now will do for a competition setup, which is unfortunate because I've saved over the exhibition one. I'll just have to resave it again. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, that looks great. So let's put that on for our competition. No, for our competition setup. I do want to overwrite that as competition. Cool. And we'll reload exhibition, and then we'll tweak our roll rate, our roll bias rather. Stick the hard tires on. Now, in theory, that will be all we need to do for the exhibition setup. Let's see what we got. So now, because we have a more rearward roll bias, power please. Because we have a more rearward roll bias, we're going to have a much more consistent feeling. It's going to be more responsive, with the caveat it's going to be slower. Not by much, but enough that it isn't really good enough for competition use. Already I'm feeling, yeah, it feels a lot smoother, especially when I was entering and transitioning. The transitioning is much smoother because it's just not coming onto 3 wheels, off 3 wheels, 4 wheels, 2 wheels sometimes. Yeah, it feels a lot nicer because your grip level isn't changing so dramatically. Right, we'll do an exhibition lap and we'll see if we're jacking at all. I'm inclined to doubt it, given what we've done. But we'll check to make sure. Traction's still pretty good, even on the hard tyre. If this car released like this as the DLC, man, I'd be so happy. Because this just feels good. It's just nice. I've just noticed something actually. I wonder if I have my animation set up. Okay. No. So I did not have my animation set up for this. That's fine. Get that done. Right, let's have a look at the replay. So, exhibition setup. We'll see if it's jacking at all. We expect not. Let's have a look. So it is coming up when those forces are extreme, like right there, because it's fast speed and it's sort of on the limit of what it can do. It is jacking a little bit. In theory, and here it will jack up as well. Yeah, just a little bit. So I could go further, but really I don't think it needs it. Its camera angle is just atrocious. You can't tell what's going on at all. So this is the kind of setup that would have been used to do that Nordschleife video. So I think we'll give that a go later. See if we can drift the Nordschleife. We need to tweak our gear ratios and such, obviously. And then I need to remember to change them back afterwards. Right, happy with the Mustang. I have two setups that are currently good and just need the polishing up. Next up is the Grady. Do the same track? Let's not do the same track. Not California Highway because it's not consistent laps. This one. Okay. Will be fine on the weather that we've got. Let's make it look aesthetic. Right. So now the Kingushi car is a 2JZ GTE. The T part of the GTE means turbo, as you might expect. The GE 2JZ is the non-turbo variant. This is turbo. It's twin turbo, I believe, with nitrous. So lots of fun times to be had. Tyres are now good. Diff is like a Detroit locker, but in Salisbury. Interesting. Okay. High shift, good. 4-speed, good. Here we go. So that's one thing that's immediately apparent with this car, is that it reaches that equilibrium in its boost pressure very often when accelerating. Have I got too much force feedback? No, that was odd. I had an odd moment of force feedback spike. Yeah, like right there as well. I wonder if I've got a lot of caster on. It's not like high speed. I somewhat suspect if I had been using the handbrake through that, then it would have been fine. So I'm going to start using the handbrake a little bit more often with this car. Yeah, when I use the handbrake, it's fine. It's because I was used to using the foot brake with the Mustang because it was just so stable. But the foot brake on the 86 causes just a little bit of oversteer, which is fine. So the equilibrium I was talking about, there it is. So we're spinning the wheels up. Now we're not, but it's still reaching that equilibrium. It's interesting and it's something I need to look into, but I don't think it's something that I can fix. It's just the way the turbo's done. handbrake cogs, not foot brake. Not foot brake. Yeah, much better. Slower, but better. So I think we'll have to find an equilibrium of our own regarding that. Can I bring it in from there? Yeah. Yeah, the brakes are very responsive in comparison to the Mustang. So when I was trying to use the foot brake just to ease me up a little bit through that first section, it was just going all over the place. I've gone off. So, feels pretty good so far. Let's see if we can get the high-speed transitions sorted, or if there is actually something wrong with the car. I'm inclined to doubt that there's something wrong with the car. But at the same time, early stage of development. Yeah, it's fine now. So, tyres weren't ready, I wasn't ready. Car's obviously a little bit more sensitive than the Mustang. Because of the different suspension geometry. Yeah, all good. Are we jacking? I very much doubt it. Nah, rock solid. Cool. Right, well, that was the quickest test of the Gucci car, because it feels fine. So we'll do a showy lap, and then we'll move on. Right, let's see if we can get this entry right. Right, 1, 2, 3. Bring it in on the foot brake. Miss the apex, that's fine. Not the best, not the worst. That was sloppy. If we can do this in third. Just fourth we seem to struggle a little bit. Yeah, just about. We're lacking that wheel speed on the exit though. So we're not quite getting the line that we want. Speaking of which... not bad. Right, let's have a look at the replay. Not the greatest entrance. Mediocre exit. Ah well. I think that corner's just a bit of a practice thing. You see people doing that and nailing it. Oh, little wobble there. That was odd. Right, this is where it gets sloppy. That looked atrocious. Looked like a kid on crack. That was a weird exit. I was way over angled because I thought I was going off. That's a pretty good entrance, and a good mid, and a good exit. Nice. So this is when I was going to third. Now, it holds fine through this area, but then when you get to the exit, it can't make it out to that exit rumble strip, because it just doesn't have the wheel speed. See, I'm running out of angle. So, there's a way of doing that. I mean, if you modify your gear ratios to actually suit the track, then that will do it, but that's not what we're testing for. And then a good exit. Nice. Right, well, I'm happy with that. Need to obviously have a look at that equilibrium issue. Turbocharger. Now, RTR hobnob. Let's go to the Nordschleifer. How long have I been going for? An hour 15? No, that's how long I've been live on the stream for. Oh, what time is it? In fact, let's just load up on right now. Evergreen, Nordschleife. Oh, the combined. What did he do on the combined variant? I don't think he did. Let's just go that way. Right, that wasn't very aesthetic, so give it another round. See if we can get a nice sunset going. Time is... oh, hour 30. Fair enough. Thank you for the subscribers, by the way, guys. I haven't been paying attention to all my bits and bobs, but I very much appreciate it. Alright, now we got darkness. Is that too dark? Oh, it is quite dark, isn't it? Oh, I'm gonna chicken out because I don't know. I don't think my stream settings are quite good enough to show that properly. We'll take off an hour. Go back to it. But it's a different climate as well, so maybe we'll be alright. Alright, so exhibition. Going to... oh no. I can't make that go any further. Ah. So we'll just drop everything a touch in that case. And we'll just hope. Actually, no. I think I was there Damn it. Right, reload the expedition setup. Because I know I can't push this much further. 0.045, high speed. Yeah, I'll have to do. I'll compensate with that. 4.2 and 4.8, really? Do you really need that big of a difference? Okay. Okay. So now we'll save to new, and we'll just stick it in here. Nord's exhibition. Oh, cool. That should fit it all in. Right, my chair's loading again. Right, we'll make that a fancy one. Let's see what we can do. I don't think we need telemetry off of this. Let's just do it. So, I am not going to get through this whole track without hitting anything. I'll warn you now. But we'll see how far we get. Come to think of it, probably going to run out of nitrous. I didn't think about that. Top speed's pretty good. I remember this being a bit tight. Yeah. So I don't have a perfect memory of the Nordschleifer, but it might be good enough. We'll see. I made first just a bit too short still for this track. Looking pretty good so far. I'm surprised I haven't hit anything. Oh! I'm very surprised I haven't hit anything now. I thought that was it. Oh, this tightens up. I remember. Yep. Oh, hey! I absolutely think that nitrous is helping me out here. Right, this is a long bit, isn't it? Oh, what is this? Okay. Is this the long bit then? Because the last bit that I thought was the long bit was not a long bit. It's feeling pretty long. Aha! I recognise this. And now this is going to tighten a little bit. But then there's another one. This one. This tightens up more. There it is. And now is the carousel after this, I believe. The big carousel. Let's just run the outside. Badly, apparently. This is my favourite corner in all of the Nightlife for this one. I just like how that one flows. It's good. Now, yeah, I've hit something, and I suspect I've just run out of NOS. Yep, there it is. Because I suddenly had a lot less power. Oh no. Oh, without the nitrous, it's not great without the nitrous, but we'll make it work. Oh, it's struggling. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be able to do fourth anymore. You can barely do third. Come on, car, you can do it. Right, this is that corner that always gets filmed. Come on, please! Give me power! That's it. Right, it's a Kleiner carousel. Try to power through it again. Oh, that's my fault. Yep. Ah. And there we are, onto the main straight. Let's see how fast we get. This might be out to 200, I wouldn't be surprised. It's a gearing question, really. Yeah, gearing's run out, but we can do 200 on that. With the nitrous, of course, we could definitely do it, but the tank's empty. There's Dr. Jahar. Now, how hard can I flick it with this? So, there. A little bit of throttle. Oh, it didn't like that. Yeah. Because it's high speed, we're jacking. Even though we're on the exhibition setup. So because we're jacking, that transition at high speed is going to be a little bit too snappy. Alright, well, that was a fairly successful run of the Nordschleife. Now, so what we got? We got Gushi, Gushi, or Gredi, because that's the name of the sponsor, Yoshihara, Mustang, Radbul. What should we finish up on? Let's take the Mustang again. This is quite fun. Let's do a bit of this. Is the lighting going to be okay? Oh, it's Germany again. It'll be the same. So let's go an hour earlier and whoop. An hour earlier and no, mobs, please. heavy cloud. Is that reset everything? No, okay, just the weather. So we have been streaming for just shy of an hour and a half. I think this will be our last run. It's not going to be our last run. It's not that. It's not going to be our last run. Let's do a bit of non-comp stuff after this, because I'm not in the mood for this being our last run. Let's do competition. Right, here we go. Oh wow, yeah, it's a noticeable difference going from exhibition to competition. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you chuck it in and the front end just goes, I thought you wanted rear end grip. There you go, you gotta get used to using the handbrake more on the comp setup. That's a bit sketchy when you can't see over the bonnet. Come on, car. Oh, there you go.
May have been leaning on the tyres a little bit too hard. It's just starting to overheat, so try and cool them down for a few laps and then get back on it.
Oh, I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna hit that. Oh. That was a bit of a lemon of a lap. Yeah, when you use the handbrake more, it's much more willing. Right, I'll keep it inside for this now so that I can actually see the track, mostly. I can't see, I don't know where I am! Oh dear, fish down. That transition is just very difficult. I know what I'll show you guys later. I've made a E30 for the non-comp, another variant of it. With a 2JZ in it. Very similar to the one that's in the Kangushi car right now. It's when I started working on the Kangushi car that actually I thought of it. But obviously it doesn't have the nitrous. The corner's very difficult to string together. It's not helped by the fact that you're not supposed to. Right, we're running out of nitrous, so we'll do one more lap after this. There you go, that's how you do it. So you've got to keep the handbrake on for just a bit longer. because it really just doesn't like the flow of that section. I can't see it at all. Right, let's try and keep it a bit more shallow. It's a bit of brake. Handbrake. Throttle. There we go. Right, last lap. Okay. Not a pretty entry, but it will do. I really like this little section coming out of that carousel and into this hairpin. The way that the straight... Really? The way that the straight's not really a straight, unless you decrease the radius a little bit, is really good for drifting. Talking about what's good for drifting, it'd be great if I could see the flipping track. There it goes again. Alright, shallow, shallow, shallow. Shallow, shallow, shallow. And there it is. Right. Let's have a look at the replay. So this is on the composition setup. So you're going to see the proper jacking and everything. There we go. Looks good. Right, for our last run of the day, we'll go back to Algarve, because I'm rapidly learning that is quite a good track to have fun on. And we'll have a look at when the menu decides to load. There we go. The E30 with the 2JZ in it. Let's do Fiorano. Let's be very active. We'll do Fiorano and then we'll see how we feel. So this is this car here is not ProComp. This is going to be non-comp for whenever the next non-comp mod comes out. This is a E30 M3, but with a 2JZ in it. It's GTE, not GE, but it doesn't have a turbo. So I don't actually know what power we're making out of this. About 770, maybe? It's very different to the competition cars. Because if you just pull in on the front, then it just turns. Because it's not focused around rear end grip and trying to tandem as quickly as possible. Oh, I do that every time. Every time. Oh, we're also on really high front pressures right now. But considering how front end response is already pretty good, I'm happy to leave that where it is for the moment. I'll fix it for when the actual thing releases. Fourth? Yeah. I mean, you're a 700 horsepower car though. Can I have more of it? Right, how much do I have to chuck this? About that much? Yeah, a bit more. So it seems to prefer fourth to third. In other words, I think I just need to get rid of third. Okay, slower in. There we go. So we know it doesn't like third in the long stuff. I wonder. It's a bit long for a second. Okay, so let's split second up to third if we can. 1 4 1 1. Nope, not that way. We got a 1 3. Let's do that. And oh boy, that's going to be very uneven, but we'll give it a go. And I guess that's what we've got. All right, let's give it a go. Okay, doesn't sound too bad. Second is noticeably a bit long. Let's see how it goes. So I lost concentration there, so quite bad. But it doesn't sound good, but it feels good. Feels really good, actually. Am I going to make that? Yeah. I thought I was going to overshoot. Okay, how do you do in fourth? It feels like it's struggling. I brake too much for that. Will I make the exit? Yeah, just. I keep not looking at where I'm going because I'm watching the power figures. Right, chuck it a little bit. Oh, I say harder, but I didn't get out there. So now I'm way too shallow and going to overshoot. Whoopsie daisy. So I need to shallow up, extend through. There we go. Poor thing is spluttering. Okay, not bad. That was a pretty good hairpin. Yeah, I think he prefers third to fourth now, which is unsurprising. Okay, really good. Right, let's chuck it again, see what we get. So I came in a little bit further out this time. Still overshot because I couldn't see. It'll do the angle, no problem. You just can't see where you're going when doing it. That was slightly unnecessary. Ah, too much angle. Too much speed. Ah. Having a BMW E30 with this much power is a bit strange. Yep, and I've overshot again. Alright, let's pay attention for a little bit. So, cool the engine. Temperature's fine. Damage is fine. Suspension, fine. Have a drink. Right. Hard off. So we're going to do this lap. And then we're going to do an exhibition lap. And then we'll finish on that. Get the replay. And we'll move on to something else. That's not right. So I'm bringing it back from reverse entry. It doesn't really like doing it. Unless you get the angle just right. Which we did. Alright, this is the exhibition lap, so just going to focus on getting everything right. Here we go. So I'm not going to build up too much angle. That's better. Good. There we go. Nice. What's the times? Okay, so we're just shy of 2 minutes. That's fine. Let's have a look at how we did. So this is still the previous lap. This is the last corner. Hey, Harry. I do remember your name, buddy, don't worry. How are your projects going at the moment, Harry? All your bits and bobs? I know you got a fair few things on the go at the moment. That replay camera was weird. It looked like it was pivoting around the front end. Hey Salmon, yeah, been a while, buddy. I did watch your stream yesterday, actually, of the minis at Brands Hatch. That looked pretty fun. Also, Manu hasn't changed a bit, has he? Wow. There we go. Pretty good lap. Pretty good lap. Now, I've still got a hankering for high power stuff, so let's give the Radbul another go. Not that Radbul. This Radbul is terrible. This Radbul. What? Oh, Puna could be interesting. A bit of a Puna. Yeah, I can imagine he's still fun to wind up. Right. So we got two sections. Oh, I forgot the force feedback on this is still a bit iffy. Got two sections that we can do on route. Flipping heck. Okay. Going from super chill, highly tuned BMW 30 to what is up with this force feedback? is an interesting change. So let's do the small section first. So this is a New Zealand track, and it is actually used for drifting in the real world too. The only thing that's annoying about these kind of tracks though is the reason that I use the reading the chat. The reason I use the kart track so much, because you can't do laps on a drift section because they're not circular usually. There we go. Right, speaking of circular, one that is circular, I have... yes and no, Salmon. The issue is tyres, just the way that the engine works. There's really nothing I can do until they have road cars of their own that I can leach the tyres off of, because you can't make your own tyres. So even when you go through the whole process, it's not actually worth it at the moment, because the car list just isn't there yet, and might not ever be because it's Automobilista and they're not really into road cars. Right, speaking of circular drift tracks, Texas Motor Speedway is an example of a Formula Drift, actually, section that is circular. I thought I switched down. My shifting down paddle is a bit iffy. There we go. And well, that's our little glimpse of Rapuna. Now we're going to try Texas, because Texas is much more relevant to what this car should be capable of. Texas field. It's actually a really good fun circuit to race on as well, but I'm not really a racing chap. So, the run starts here. We bring it through. Hold it, low angle, and now we extend, big extend, keep extending. Right, now bring it in, down to second. Pull it through, tighten up to the hairpin. And that's the run. Okay, pretty good. Now let's see if we can go hard. Okay, a bit out. Yeah, I'm 2 out, I'm on the grass. Did I get down? No, I didn't. Ah! You're sure road cars are coming? I'd be surprised. Automobilista 1 didn't have any. Well, I say didn't have any. It had a couple, but they weren't suitable for what I would need.
Cool them down for a few laps and then get back on it.
Okay, bringing up the tempo, looking good. Let's just flick it straight in. I want to come in and be like proper high rev blatting it, but I'm getting nervous every time. Also, the fact that I can't reliably shift down is a bit of a problem. Right, 71 an hour, that's pretty good. Right, blat it, Hobbs. There we go. Right, shallow angle, start extending, too shallow. Bad line. Okay, got the downshift. Okay. So the reason I'm slowing down to 70, because usually you'd start about here, and it'd be a drag race essentially up. So by the time we get there, yeah, we're doing about 70. Right. Shallow, but not as shallow as we were. Nice. Bring it out. Good. Bring it in. Downshift, looking good. Just had the rumble strip there. Perfect. Oh, that was good. I'm happy with that. We'll do one more and then we'll have a look at the replay. Bad line coming in, that'll do. Bad line coming out, that'll have to do. Out one, good. Into, good. Downshift, good. Rumble strip, good. Hairpin, good. Angle on the exit, better than it was last time. Okay, 2 runs, 2 solid runs there. Let's have a look at that. So that was not one of the good ones. But we'll see how it is anyway. It is jacking a little bit, just a little bit, which is fine. I think the real one doesn't jack, so it might be worth having a look at the roll bias later. Because the trouble is we're using a different suspension geometry for the real thing on the Radbul in particular, because the original suspension geometry is just so unsuitable for how we do things. So it might need some tweaking of camber in order to move the roll bias further rearward so that it's not jagging as much. That was one of our good runs, I believe. That looked pretty good. Or maybe it wasn't. Its spring rate looks very soft. Okay, line's pretty good. Ish. Snappy transition. Okay. Well, that wouldn't be a high point qualifying run, but passable. That's a pretty good line. Bowed a little bit on the hairpin because it didn't come in enough. Yeah, not bad. Like I say, that wouldn't be a pro level run, but with a bit of practice I think I could get there. Let's have a look at the same thing again in the considerably easier to drive maybe Mustang. Actually, so let's go livery select. Let's go a Denofa. The sheer Denofa's actually got a gold instead of purple, and it looks alright. I saw Warren Getting Jr.'s car at Goodwood Festival of Speed last year, and it was in, instead of being the grey stuff, it was in chrome. It looked really good. Saw it drifting as well, of course. Right, so tried to go for the downshift paddle and then remembered I had a H-shifter. Right, let's start how we mean to go on. Let's see what speed we get to just drag racing. Not this. I think it might be about here? Rumble strip? Don't know. I think we'll probably get to about 75 before we chuck it. Oh, okay. Oh, already, like, managing the angle is a lot easier. Oh, but it's still got that lackadaisical issue at high speed. Okay. So at this track anyway, I would be setting up to jack a little bit less, because you're at higher speed. So let's just see if I chuck it just really hard. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, I'm not getting into the hairpin well enough. You want to drive that thing? What, this Mustang or the the Bagsy GTR? Oh yeah. It's actually, in person, it's actually quite quiet. I was surprised. It's so this Mustang, this was the loudest of all of them, of, you know, of all of the cars I saw, all the F1 cars and all of that stuff. this Mustang was the loudest. It was crazy. But the Bagsy, that GTR, is actually very quiet. Same as the Nobiteru Taniguchi had his new Supra. I guess it was the same. Well, I don't want to say it was the same power plant and then have it not be the same power plant. But it sounded quite similar in that it was very quiet and sort of wispy. I did also have a look into... That was a good chuck. Making a drifting GTR in-game based off of that car. But the model would be the GT3 model, and it's just too obviously not correct. Okay, let's try flicking. Flicky 1. Flicky 2. Oh dear. I mean, we did alright because the caster saved us, but that wasn't a very good flick. And that was a terrible line. See if we can save it by bringing it in for the hairpin. Yes, but then I fell out again because I wasn't pulling it properly. Oh yeah, the anti-lag and the pops off it are pretty good. Right, 1, 2. There we go. Much better. Oh, bit of a lazy transition. So the pro way to do that hairpin is to not brake in the middle of the hairpin to keep yourself in, but instead to use the throttle to then just plough yourself around. So give that a go as well. Oh, that's a terrible line. That's a terrible line. Right, let's give it a go. Oh yeah, that's doable when you got the angle. Whoops, lazy. Okay, we're getting there. The line's still terrible. Right, let's do it properly. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, shallow up, shallow up, shallow up. Extend. Extend. Not much of an extension there. Because we're jacking, we're still snappy on the transitions. Okay. If I do, I save this to save it to text. It's PC text. Comp. Fine. Excuse me. And make our roll rate not terrible for this track. Now, what else can we do while we're here? Camber's already maxed out, so it's gonna have to be fine. Could stiffen the rear end, but that's not going to help. Dampers are already good because we've already tuned out most of the issues that we were having beforehand. Gearing, fine. Yeah, that'll be right. Okay, so Texas competition, go. So now in theory, now that we've moved the roll rate rearward, it's not going to be as ridiculously snappy on the transitions when slowing down. Reason being, it's not going to be switching from 3 wheels to 4 wheels to 3 wheels again. Right, let's see what we got. Extend out to the out zone. Much smoother. Okay, I can go hard with that. Not that hard apparently. I haven't got the grip. I tried. What are you driving these days, Salmon? I remember seeing something on your Facebook, something with a V8 in it, I think. Right. Not quite as hard. Oh, I had to really check up there to not go outside. Line turned out alright though. Good transition without being crazy. Good angle, good throttle, good angle on the exit. Yeah, went about outside, but that's not too bad. Okay. Yeah, I keep throwing it at too high a speed. When you're using the throttle to keep yourself from falling off the track, it's a bit sketchy. Okay, lower speed, lower speed, lower speed. Right, chuck it. Here we go. Okay, shallow up. Now form the line. Transition out. Good transition. Yes. Second, use the throttle to keep yourself in. No, I didn't keep it. Ah. So... what did I do there? Let's have a look. I don't know how I can get that transition right and keep it down for the hairpin. Nice, TR7. So that flick's obviously looking very good, with the exception of the fact that it's way too fast and way too hard, and it's not actually matching a line or anything. Makes a lot of noise and looks pretty though. This is where I had to properly check up. Yeah, you can see me getting right close to the edge there. That transition is very quick. Right. Let's do a thing. So. Right, here we go. This is our modding interface. Right. Now what we're going to do, go up top. Going to change our inertia value of going to open? No, of our Ford Mustang. So we open up the hex file. This is our chassis hex file of our Ford Mustang. We get our hex key, plop it in there, and of course we don't. Why would we have it? Because it's free. So the reason I'm not copying it all, this defines what type of data it is. This is sometimes just not there, and this also defines what type of data it is. So it's this bit that matters. So we have 3 types of inertia. Translational, and you'll see it in what? 5301. Oh, shorts. Okay. It's shorts. So translation, rotation, and roll. So for us, I mean, when it's rotation, so this is already very, very high. But as you saw, we're flicking around very, very quickly. So we're going to try and up that more. Even more than that. Let's just go even more than that. Let's just go hard, and we'll see where that gets us. Because the Mazda was also being a bit temperamental. So now we have our stuff up. We'll go So that. Don't worry about it showing the waiting image, it's just because it hasn't found project cars yet. There it is. And that will give that a go. So we'll do it on the same track. This is where we come up against some compromises that are necessary. Because the tyre physics, they're not quite there. What? Hungry. Yeah, tyre physics is really not quite there for over the limit stuff. And I mean, I know people have been saying, well, I say people have been saying, Project Cars 3 people have been saying Project Cars 3 has the best stuff ever, and we'll see. But because over the limit stuff is really not perfect, it creates the need for compromise with inertia stuff. Because sometimes they're too snappy, sometimes they're not snappy enough, and it's just bad. This is still snappy though. Right, let's just do a run. So, shallow up, bring it out, turn it round, make the inner zone, transition through. I have to give it a little nip of the handbrake. Okay. I feel good. Right, let's do a little donut box. So. Okay, that's not really helping me very much, is it? I'm trying to figure out what our fastest speed of rotation is. Let's just flick it really hard out there. That fast. Okay.
Careful now, the tire's just starting to overheat.
Okay.
Try and just be a bit more conservative with your driving style.
I think we've made the right call in increasing that to crazy, crazy numbers. Because now it's handling quite nicely. And it's still transitioning at a sensible speed. I.e. not ridiculously slow now, whereas it was ridiculously fast. Right, flick it hard. Yeah, that feels good. I'm happy. Right, bring it out. Bring it in. Bring it through. Bring it in for the hairpin. Got the prettiest line out of the hairpin. Still pretty good. Oh, am I about to go off? Oh, I was. Ah, it's terrible. For the guys that were watching last week's stream, thankfully it's a bit colder today, so I haven't immediately put the wheel into safe mode. We're actually doing alright. That looked good. That felt good. Right, let's do one more. Well, two more. And then we'll watch the replay. Right. Let's try handbrake. Felt good. Let's try a bigger handbrake. Oh, I hit the grass. Made it work though. Okay. So I think that's our 3. They all felt pretty good. Car's feeling great now. So let's have a look at external and see if it matches up. So ideally, we want to see that the car can transition faster than what the real one can, just not by much. Basically, that. So I think I'm happy. What I do intend to do, excuse me, long term, is to work on the road cars and maybe the GTs as well. But the trouble is, it's just such a faff, and I'm not sure the audience is there. I mean, I spent a very long time working on the non-comp update because I just had so many other things going on. And nowadays, I don't think the audience is there for other mods of Project Cars 2. I mean, if, you know, any of the guys that are watching now, if you got this far, let me know if that is something you're interested in road cars and GT cars being modded and like revamped with proper inertia and stuff. There's also driveline shunt on these as well. Still jacking because of the suspension design, just less because of the roll bars. It's good. That might have been our 3rd run. Oh, of course it is now that I've pressed escape twice. A plum. Okay, well, I'm happy with that. But that makes me wonder. So let's have a look at what the other cars are doing for rotational inertia. So 29.6, whereas Mustang now on 6.5. So the 8.6 was Grand Prix. So I'm going to need to do some research anyway, just to find out the weight differences. But I'm going to up the GT86 inertia on both cars. Both the GT86s, yeah, both the same value anyway. So we'll increase those both, not to as much as the Mustang, but still a bit what they were, and we'll do a similar thing to Mazda while I'm here. Okay, that's that done. Start the game again. Your mic doesn't work properly. Can you elaborate? It might be because I'm talking quietly and muttering to myself that the noise gate's picking it up. Let me know if it's good when I'm just talking like this. Stuttery. Yeah, it's probably the noise gate. It's just because I'm muttering to myself and I'm not talking loud enough. So, we did the Radbul fairly recently, so we'll do the ready Gucci car. My sentences start in the middle. Are my sentences starting in the middle right now? Because, as I can see, OBS is picking up what it should. Theory. So, now we've got the Gucci car. Very better. Yeah, it's just because I was muttering to myself and being too quiet. So now we have the Gucci car on increased rotational inertia. Still transitions pretty quick. I didn't realise how fast the steering rack is. Very, very quick. It should not be this quick. Yeah, that's slightly ridiculous. It's beneficial, definitely, but we'll increase it just a bit. There we go. So it's feeling pretty good so far. It's a bit difficult to say, since I've just changed the steering ratio as well, which obviously does affect things. It was weird now on the increased steering ratio. It was very weird actually. I might have gone a bit too far. If I whack it to max angle. So we're on the limit. I'm gonna quicken it just a touch. Just by a click. Oh, the audio stuffed it there for a second. Might be placebo, but that does feel better. Yeah, we're not getting the line down yet, just because we're new to the car. On this track. So, it's feeling pretty good. Right, shallow up for the line. Out. In. Down to second. Throttle up for that hairpin. There it is. Good angle. Good. Next. One, two. A little bit wide. Right through. Didn't quite make the outer zone there. Oh, I gave it a handbrake for some reason. Sloppy. But we got through it. Let's try throttling up. That felt like a snappy transition. As in snappy to the limit of what the car can do. So we'll have a look at these runs in a sec on replay. That was atrocious. And we'll see what we're looking at for speed from the outside. Right. Replay. So it's looking pretty good. Like I said, I'm going to have to look at the hair on my mouth. I think I'm going to have to look at the weight differences between the Mustang and the GT86 in Formula Drift spec, because obviously the real ones, the road car variants are there's quite a big weight difference. But when both are stripped out, I don't know how much that matters, or how much that's neutered. Because I feel like I could go a little bit higher on the inertia for this. But yeah, it depends what the real one weighs. So I'll have to do some research. That was a good line. That wasn't. So yeah, the transitions are pretty quick. That's what makes me think I could go higher. Yeah, it's quite a fast snap. But at the same time, I've seen, like, real cars are capable of that. It depends whether this real car is capable of that. Let's give it another couple laps. Have I just gone off? I can never tell on that bit. That was a really good line. So it's difficult to appreciate, but I'm not sure any of the non-comp cars outside of that 2JZ thing that I've just added would be able to do this track. Because of this area here, this extension requires a very large amount of power. I've just gone off, I've gone way off. Yep. For these pro cars, you need a pro car for the Texas section, really. Because that power, they call it the power alley, and for good reason. Because if you don't have the power, you ain't making it. Oh wow. So when you go through the pit exit without going through the pit entrance, it disqualifies you. Can't tell if my wheels are hot. I don't feel hot. Because there was a weird transition there where the wheel just didn't really work for me.
No tires, so you know the routine. Just get some heat into them and start moving.
Right, let's see what we can do. See if our wheels messed up as well. There we go. That felt good. Keeping the throttle down to manage the angle. Now we push through. And out. And went out a bit too much. Messed up the line. Bring it in for the hairpin. Ah, that one was sloppy. I do like this entrance though, when you throttle in and then handbrake. I like that. That works well for this track. Right, extend, bring it through, a bit shallow, down to second, keep it in, there we go, yeah, not too bad, overrun a bit on the exit. pretty good. That one wasn't so much. Right, let's do one more, then we'll get the replay of those three. Interesting last run. Let's see how that goes. We've been going for 2.5 hours. Oh my god. Ah. See ya, class. Thanks for the subscribe, buddy. Oh wait, 800 not... Someone else called class 350 subscribed. Interesting. If that is you, then cheers. If not, no worries. Oh wow, I went way off there. Okay, so I wasn't paying as much attention to that as I should. Let's do 3 more. Keep going off on that out of zone now. Whereas previously I was having trouble even getting out there. Oh no. How did I survive that? Oh, the answer was I haven't. That was a terrible, terrible line. That was way too shallow.
Yeah, be careful now. The tyres are starting to overheat a little bit.
Yeah, transition speed feels okay. Have I made the hairpin? No, I'm on the grass. Only by a little bit, though. Not bad. Do one more. Not good. Not good. Alright, let's have a look at the replay. Let's actually pay attention to the speeds now. Excuse me. Hang on. Alright, that's the fastest transition we've seen because it was on the grass. Still, that looked pretty good. Yeah, I think we could go a little bit higher. But I think what we've got there is alright. Just. It's on the limit. In fact, I'm saying it's on the limit. Actually, it's a bit too quick. So let's go. Right, what have we got for the Mustang? 3.6. So we're on 3.3 right now. Let's go for 3.5. And on the Yoshihara car. Right. I'll give the Yoshihara car a go on the kart tracks. We'll see how that goes. Guys that are sticking around this long, thank you very much, chaps. I don't often stream, so it's cool to see people sticking around. Now then, so we want kart track, let's go forward, and the Yoshihara car, let's go. So we've increased the rotational inertia of the chassis just a little bit more. See how much effect that has. Long first gear, huh? Yep, alright, fair enough. Okay, well, it feels alright so far, but I haven't really pushed it. Right, let's go hard. Okay, that felt pretty good. So that is the thing that inertia really affects. It's your little snap between that. Especially when decelerating, because that's when the most force is on your front tyres. And so because that's when the most force is on your front tyres, it's when the most steering force is there. And so that's when you have the fastest transitions. So that's still pretty quick, but it feels manageable. And it doesn't feel silly quick. Whoops, easy on the grass. Excuse me. I don't know what the worst speed of second gear is on this actually. I have a feeling it's very high, considering it's taking 1,000 horsepower and it's barely getting it up the rev range. Right, let's see if we can reach the top a second out of here. Okay, so about 110, I'd guess. Can you just do this hairpin in a second as well? Is that... Oh, V8 power. Go on then. There's the engine temperature warning, but we know from experience that it won't start damaging it for a little while. Up to Daisy. Ah, right. Let's have a look at the replay of the last lap. So this is a very minor change. So it's really going to be in that last little bit, that last chicane before the main straight, where we really get to see its maximum rotational speed, and there. So it's still quick, but I think it's okay. It's definitely considerably slower than the vanilla cars, which is a good thing. Yeah, we didn't really get a good chicane on that one, did we? So that is the max speed of it. If I just knackered my suspension doing that cab. So still pretty quick. Let's have a look at the Mustang. Because we know they're similar in weight. Just from the regulations. How, you know. Because tyre size, the tyres that you get are dependent on what weight your car is. So it is important to have the correct weight so that you get the tyre size that's most advantageous. So, well, let's see what we got for maximum rotational speed of the Mustang. In fact, we already know it's quite high, don't we? Because we were talking about jacking stuff. So, go like that. That seems fine. And flick. Oh, maybe that is a bit quick. Yeah, okay. So in that case, let's go. We'll increase the GT86s some more. I haven't touched really the Radbul yet. Up those, and we'll take the RTR up even more. So the difference between them is still the same, but we've just bumped that whole level up. And in fact, since we're messing around with them, let's just do the same to that stuff, but just not as much. So, starting again now. So it's currently Mazda with the least by a reasonable amount, then the GT86s, and then the Mustang. So everything still makes sense. We've just raised the level up of everything. Okay, so let's go to Greenwood. Yeah. I'll have to have a look at the steering ratio as well of the Mustang. Yeah, let's dial it down a touch. There we go. And is this our general competition? Yeah, not the Nordschleife one. Right, let's go. Right, that feels pretty good. Oops, a daisy. So it feels alright so far, but it's when we get into these deceleration areas that it really shows. And okay, yeah, that felt good. Can you decrease your radius? Yeah. So now the tyres are hot, we're not having the jacking causing a lot of issues anymore either, which is good. Right, acceleration, click, yeah. I think we've got it. And this is on the competition setup as well. So this is the more snappy one. And flick, and flick. Yeah, quick, but not too quick. Flick, and flick. Flick, and flick. Okay. Happy. Right, let's do an exhibition lap. And then we'll check back with the GT86s, see how they're doing on their new ones as well. And we'll view the replay just before we cross the start-finish line on this lap, so that we catch the test lap as well. Not great. Well, I'm glad that wasn't a test lap, that was terrible. Alright. So now we're going to have both laps because we were before the start finish. And here we go. So, good jacking. There's flick one. Looks good. So part of the compromise I was talking about is that the front tyres are really not as direct as they should be when sliding, again because the rear wheels retain so much grip. And so that makes it really difficult when you're trying to figure out this kind of thing. That was bad. Right, here's our exhibition lap. All looking good so far. Alright, yeah, looks good. Now, let's give the GT86s a go. So I can't remember if I did the Yoshihara or the Gucci car last, so we'll do the Yoshihara car. Oh, I did because V8 power. Cool, right. Let's do this one. Alright, let's see what we got. So this is on the updated values. I was changing this at the same time as the Yoshihara car. Let's see what we get. Okay. I think we might have found the point, because as fast as I am trying to rotate this, it's actually, yeah, I'm on the limit. So even when I'm doing something that should just ping the car, it is pinging it, just on the limit of what I would consider to be fast enough. Yeah, I think we might be just bang on. Let's try pinging it as we decelerate through the hairpin. Yeah, so balance is good. We'll have to have a look at the replay to see. Right, ping, ping. Get a lot of good pings in, so we have a lot to look at on the replay. Ping, ping. Oh, bad ping. Right, exhibition lap. That was atrocious. That was also bad. Okay. I gave up on the exit of that too quickly, but we want the ping lap as well. So, now let's see how our transitions are looking. Oh, it's just about doing it, isn't it? There are so many times when I think it's not going fast enough, and then it is in that transition. All right. So sometimes it's too fast, sometimes too slow, which means it's fine. We'll live with it. I say we'll live with it. I think we have actually found this sweet spot. So, let's go with the Radbul. Well, let's see how that's been coping. Because we've been adjusting the 86 and the Mustang. We've been adjusting the Radbul as well, but we haven't actually been trying the Radbul. Alright, Radbul. Force feedback, still terrible. Still way too strong. I still need to adjust that some more. I'll do that off stream because that's going to be a long one. Preliminary feelings are good. Right, ping. Oh, preliminary feelings are very good. I think we might be onto something. But I'm gonna have to accelerate through this anyway. Alright. Never get that hairpin quite right when I try and chuck it properly. That was atrocious, don't care. It's not what I'm testing. Right, so here we go.
You may have been leaning on the tires a little bit too hard.
So yeah, it's still snapping out, but it seems quite manageable, I think. Like I say, we're still... This is quite far below the level of the GT86. I say quite far below. This is the same level below in terms of rotational inertia that the GT86, not G36, that's a completely different thing. The GT86 is from the Mustang, the Mazda is from the GT86. So we have got room to manoeuvre. And again, it's a weight thing. It depends on how much weight was left in the Mazda. I'll have to do a bit of research and find out what they were doing for weight ballast and such, to see how much they were affected and how much their weight was balanced as opposed to their tyre size, because often in Formula Drift it's tyre size, but they do run ballast as well. Oh, I zoned out for a sec. I was doing it smooth instead of flicky. Right, flick. Okay. Flick. Flick. Okay. It's quick, but it's also a Mazda MX-5. So, short wheelbase. We might be bang on. We might still be a little bit too snappy. That's something I'll have to have a look at off stream. Oh, that wasn't... Come on, third. There we go. Yeah, it is still flicking pretty quick. I have a feeling that if I set the inertia to the same as the GT86, and because there's a mass value as well as the inertia stuff, so that'll affect our grip level. Right, let's do that. So I'm going to put you guys on the code screen. Here we are. So there's our Mustang rotational inertia, 3925. This is 3760. This is 3555. So let's change that to a 7. Is it a 7? Yeah. Excuse me. So basically the same. And because they have a shorter wheelbase, it's still going to result in the same thing. Now, what else was I going to do? Oh yeah, force feedback. So, force feedback, multiplier. Let's try the grip multiplier as well. Turn that down. Or is it on? Not one. Okay, let's try that. And there we go. I'll stick you guys back on game capture. It will take a sec to load up. The reason I don't do display capture all the time, guys, is just because it lags. And frames are better than everything. So we're up on 3 hours now, guys. Thank you very much for joining in with me. I don't actually know how long I'm going to be going for, because we'll go until we're happy. I'm happy now with the GT86. I'm happy now with the Mustang. So I think once we get this Radbul to where it needs to be, we'll play about some more with it, because this is really good fun. And yeah, then we'll call it. But it could be... Oh! Okay. Ooh. Force feedback is affected. Right. It feels light. It felt light but linear. That's mixed blessing. Let's up the caster. See if that gets us our centre feeling back. Oh, okay. So we're still light, but that feels much better. Interesting. Right. Oh, now that we're up at speed, it's actually feeling a bit nicer. It's still a little bit light, but it's transitioning fast enough, so that's good enough for me. Right. Flick. Flick. Yeah, that feels good. So we're still transitioning really quickly because of that short wheelbase. But now that we have the same inertia value, it's actually reacting on that short wheelbase more realistically, essentially. Right, chuck it. Here we go. Celebratory chuck. Hey, got it right. So I will need to have a look at the replay as well, just to make sure, because the view from outside is obviously different from the view from the inside, and you do need to make both of those things make sense. Especially in times like that, when it's at high speed and just goes whoop. Feels pretty good though. Can you extend? Yeah, Pro Car. For the guys that were watching the non-comp stream last week, we were having a lot of issue with that on the R34, the Skyline, because I just couldn't quite make it out. But yeah, Pro Car, different story entirely. We're just quite happy to stick this in 6th and just let it run, because it's a 1300 horsepower car, 1400 horsepower car. Oh, my engine temperature's getting critical. Oh, and we're getting damage already. Alright, I'll be nice. God. There we go. Chill drifting. There we go. I'm now Bob Ross. Is this good enough for you? Yep. Happy little drifts. Alright, we're done. Car, there's a right way and a wrong way to drive these cars, and it's unfortunate that the right way kills the engine. Had to cheat through the handbrake, and again. Line was bad. We salvaged it though. Right, this is the decreasing radius. Right-hander coming up. So extend through. Looking good. I wonder if I can make that inner apex. No, I cannot, because I went off the grass. Nearly did though. Even though it would have been the wrong way. Alright, so we'll get a pingy lap done, have a look at the replay, and then we'll get an exhibition lap done. Have a look at the replay, and I really don't want to end the stream there, because I am having a lot of fun making this, but I am going to have to. Because apart from anything, I haven't eaten yet today, and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. Okay, so ping. That was a good ping. Good ping to start off. What was I on? I was on the rumble strip. Okay, I'm going to extend a little bit further because I'm pinging. Ping. That was a terrible ping. Right. And ping. Good ping. I didn't break enough. And now I'm off. Right, let's see if we can do this in one go. So I need to come in shallow for this right-hander. At the same time, I need to extend. There we go. So it's a bit difficult coming out of that last left-hander, the fast one. It's doable. Pay attention. Right, ping. That's the ping I'm slightly concerned about. But it's because you're in a dip and you have more grip anyway. The dip grip. So if I went here as well, it would just come out a little bit faster. I think we're okay. I think we found the value. Did I change down instead of up? I'm an idiot. Alright, and that is our pingy lap. So let's have a look at the replay and see how fast our transitions are. Oh, that looked good. That was a good ping. This is the fast one. Yeah, that looked good. Alright, and that's our ping lap. I don't even think we need an exhibition lap after that, because that was just good. Right, well, I'm happy with that. So, let's have a bit of fun. Now there's a really, really tight track called Chicane. And I think it's perfect for a 1400 horsepower MX-5. So we're just going to have a see how this goes, because I've never driven this track with this car before. But it's quite small. So we don't need the HUD for this. Right, Let's see how we do. This is also a pretty good test of transition speed, because you very often need to transition as quickly as you possibly can. Also, my handbrake animation is working. I need to check my wipers. No, wipers aren't working, but handbrake is. That's interesting. Oh, it feels nice. It's very direct now. I was about to say, it's soaking up the bumps much better than the vanilla car used to. And then it jumped.
Yeah, be careful now, the tyres just
Oh dear.
try and just be a
I've
bit
fallen
more
apart.
conservative with your driving style.
Alright, we're on a straight. Let's get a replay of that lap that we just did. You see, it's a bit tight. If we did this with the Mustang, we'd probably have issues. Alright, and well, that was a very, very quick replay indeed. But yeah, it's looking good. Alright, let's finish up. We're gonna have a chill experience on, oh boy, Slaven? Yeah, I guess. Let's have a super chill ride. The pickup truck. There we go. Now, the pickup truck, because it's so big and so heavy, it doesn't have the inertia issues that the other cars have. Because it's so big that it has that inertia naturally anyway. Drift. Alright. On the winter compound. Sure. I have no idea what I've done. Doesn't sound okay. Oh, I do have traction control on. There we go. So this is not a mod car at all. This is just vanilla. Oof. it kicks out faster than the Radbul on the handbrake. Oh, I forgot how little power it has. Okay. Truck, don't make me immediately go back to a pro car just because you're being weak. Is this all you got? Oh, this is actually all you've got, isn't it? Oh no. I can't end. So, okay. You saw that transition ridiculously quickly, right? That snap. Well, there's the inertia issue. Like, pickup trucks, like, they can get to these angles, you know, slip angles, but it's that little flick, that little snap in between, they're just not right. Okay, I can't end the stream on a car that bad, on a car that, like, anemic. It's a shame that doesn't have more power, actually. More power in that would be hilarious. Right, let's go to the Mustang. And it's a bit of a basic track. to end the stream on with the Mustang. Ooh, yeah, let's go back to Kota. So this will be our last run of the day. We'll do a couple laps, get a replay. We'll just have some fun and we'll just chill. Thank you everyone for watching. If any of you have stuck around to begin with, go with the exhibition setup because we're just being chill. If any of you have stuck around since the beginning, then you're amazing and you have more patience than I. Oh, we're on the Denofa livery as well. Alright, here we go. Actually, go without any HUD at all. So for those of you that don't know, I make the non-comp drift mod for Project Cars 2. This is the ProComp drift mod for the same game. This is not released yet. It will be in a beta format when it's in a beta state. Beta being feature complete. And that meaning, well, I say feature complete, content complete, so alpha, really. The difference being some cars might not have their windshield wipers animated, maybe. I mean, it's, now that I know how to fix it, it is a reasonably easy fix, so fair chance that they might have it anyway. But, so the ProComp drift mod is a revamping of the physics of the 2 Pro cars that are in the game. Can you do 4th? Yes, you can. Oh, happily. Very nice. So that's the Mustang Formula Drift and the Radbul, both with rejigged physics to feel much nicer, as well as the addition of 2 GT86s in Formula Drift spec, one of which has a 2JZ GTE driven by Kengushi, and one of which has an LSX V8 motor driven by Dai Yoshihara. Those 2 were actually made a long while ago, a year or 2 before Project Cars 2 actually came out, back in Project Cars 1 days. But I'm finally releasing them now. If you actually look on the YouTube channel more, if you go further back, you'll actually see those cars in videos. And I was expecting to release them. This is on Project Cars 1. I was expecting them to release them at some point, but I never got them to the state where they were ready for it, and they are getting to that state now. Oh, I might be able to extend that one go. But we are going to run out of nitrous anyway. Soon? How much nitrous have we got left? Oh yeah. Not a whole lot. Let's turn the hub back off. Oh, buttons. There we go. Right, one more lap for luck. Not ideal line. Ah, I thought I was going to come out further. Right, let's see if we can extend this out. Yes, just. Is that the anemic sound of my nitrous running out? Yes, yes it is. Yeah, fourth gear just gave up on me halfway through that. I was a bit more ready for it this time. Right. Let's have a look at that replay. Oh, I see that and I think I could go even higher with the chassis inertia. I'm not going to today because I am done. I need a drink, I need food, I need a wee. I'm like a Sims character with all the little circles on red right now. Cheers, Matt. I don't know if you've seen it yet, buddy, but I actually released an update to that, finally, a week ago or so. If you've checked it out already, let me know, because I want to know what people think of the new update. Alright, and that was our final run of the day. I'm going to leave the stream running for just a little bit. I'll still be in the chat, but I need to get myself sorted. Because of stream lag and such, I leave it on its splash screen for just a little while after the stream finishes, just so that everything gets caught up for the VOD. So if anyone's tried non-comp 0.4 update, please let me know in the chat. I will be returning to the chat in a couple of minutes, and let me know what you think of it. But thank you everyone for coming along. It's been a really good stream. And I will be doing this more often. Well, I say more often, I will be doing this more. And we have some more experiments to do. Namely to see if we can get any more inertia out of the Mustang. Just downloaded today. Cool, Matt. If you want to leave me a comment at some point on anything, you know, race department, review, YouTube comment, whatever, you know, let me know what you think about it. Because I haven't got anyone's opinion on it yet. I think it's alright, but I don't know what anyone else thinks about it. So just let me know. But we do have some more experiments to do. Namely, we can maybe get some more inertia out of this Mustang. Maybe. But there's some other things to do. So, I will leave you guys be. I'll still be in the chat. Like I say, stream lag and such. I've got to leave it running for a bit. But I shall see you guys later. Bye bye.